Hi you guys, welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I last saw you guys, and wow, I cannot even tell you how many times I've tried to film this video today. It has been quite a few. I am not exaggerating when I say I have actually tried to film this like 10 times. Like, I legit have 10 videos of me in different like outfits and makeup filming the exact same content, and that's just been because I've been so out of practice, and it's just like so awkward. So awkward for me to film. I don't know what to say, and I've just been super critical of everything that I've filmed so far. So hopefully this is my 11th time lucky, let's just say that. It is hot today because we are in spring in Australia now. It's been a while, guys, I know. Welcome back. Hi, I'm June, if you remember me. So obviously since the last time I was on here, a lot has happened. I'm actually 30 now. The last time I was on here, I was actually sitting my exams for the second time, and I just really wanted to concentrate on that. Luckily, I've finished them all and I am done. I am finally finished with exams. I have received my fellowship, so you are looking at the new GP fellow, which is awesome. I'm finally done with exams and I just cannot even be stoked. So since finishing exams, I've just been traveling, hanging out with friends, just really enjoying all this spare free time that I've had, and like just really trying to find things that I like enjoy doing apart from filming. So I have been good. I've just been living my best life, honestly, you guys, and I do apologize for sort of taking so long to come back on here. I have wanted to film for such a long time, but it's just like setting up the tripod, editing, getting good lighting, having the day off to film, all that faff. It was just a bit too much for me to do. But now I'm here and I'm back. I really just wanted to thank everyone who has been like asking me to come back, and who actually reached out to me like through DM, through email, letting me know that you've been thinking about me and just hoping that I'm okay. That is honestly the sweetest thing, like to take time out of your busy schedule to just send me a little note. It was really heartwarming. I do apologize for some of you guys who haven't had a chance to reply to. Just know that I have read everybody's messages, and like it really does mean a lot. So this is for you guys specifically. So yeah, I just really wanted to make a note of saying thank you to you guys who have supported me for so long. Today I have a cracker of a video. I knew that I wanted to come back with a bang, and this first video you guys are gonna absolutely love because it is a Louis Vuitton collective haul, baby. It is a haul of all brand new items that I've purchased from Louis Vuitton. So yes, ladies, I did get off my pre-loved ass, went to the store and purchased some brand new items. So do get excited. I actually do not know what's gotten into me, like in terms of buying. I've gone mental. I think it's the fact that I finished exams, I turned 30. It's like all the excuses in the world to sort of spoil myself. I don't remember the last time I bought this much stuff from Louis Vuitton, so it's crazy. But let me show you what I got. They are in these boxes here. Let me just show you the haul that we're going to be dealing with today. Oh. It won't fit. Anyways, so it's a lot. Some I've owned for a few months already because I got them quite some time ago. So some I've already used, so I can actually give you a little bit like a mini first impression on them. I think I might just start off chronologically. So I have been doing a bit of travel. In March this year, I went to New Zealand, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would have followed me through that trip. It was awesome. New Zealand is incredible. I cannot believe it is literally, in Australia's backyard. Not backyard, but like it is just next door to us. Like, it is so different and gorgeous, and like it's only a 3-hour flight, which is like the same distance from here to like Adelaide or something crazy like that. So I love New Zealand. I need to go back ASAP. But in New Zealand, the last stop of our destination was Queenstown, and Queenstown was so gorgeous. There is a Louis Vuitton in Queenstown, so I obviously hit it up, and I met the nicest sales associate there. His name's Neo, so if anyone knows him, let him know I said hi. But he was so lovely. I went there twice. The first time I was just having a look around and seeing what's available, and I stumbled upon this little piece here. And I actually didn't take it home with me. I and aunt about it. I posted it on Instagram asking your opinions, whether you guys think I should go ahead and pick it. The reason I was so hesitant was I did sort of want to get this piece, but I was actually really hoping to get the one in the reverse monogram, so that might give you a hint as to what it is. But unfortunately they didn't have that available, and a lot of you guys still said, you know, just get it because it is so hard to find in Australia. And I do know that even if I don't end up loving it and I want to sell it, I can actually sell it for like the price that I purchased it for, if not more. Let me just share with you my very first purchase. First item I wanted to share with you guys is the it is the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs Mini in just the black, the classic monogram with the black trim. I got it in the mini version. This one is a made in Spain piece. And obviously it's got the 2 straps in here. I actually wore this a ton during winter. There was actually 2 when I first went in there, and I sort of went home, thought about it, and then went back the following day, and the second one was gone. So I literally lucked out so hard on this purchase, and I was actually in the middle of paying for it. Literally another customer, another sales associate came up to Neo and was like, is that customer buying that bag? It's just like, back down, the bag is mine, like, can you just get out of my face? It was just crazy because like literally 30 minutes later and I would not have been able to get this bag. So I was really happy in the end that I got it. And luckily in New Zealand you can also get it duty free. So what they do if you want to avail of that is you have to pick it up from the airport, so you can't actually take it home, you know, to the hotel from like the Louis Vuitton store. You have to leave it with them and then pick it up at the airport. I was able to get this cheaper than retail, not by much, because I feel like the New Zealand prices were a bit more expensive than the Australian prices converted back, but you know, it's still like maybe $100 cheaper than if you bought it in Australia. So yeah, that is that. Love it. I've been using it a lot so far and not looking to sell it just yet. The second item I purchase from Neo is actually quite spontaneous. I wasn't intending on getting this, but when I tried it on with a particular bag that I already have in my collection, it kind of sold me on it, and I was kind of in a spendy mood knowing that I could get it tax-free. So I just decided to get it because I knew it was also hard to find in Australia at the time. I think it's a lot easier to find now. It comes in this dust bag. Can you guys guess what it is? Kind of gives me the reverse monogram vibes that I really wanted. The second item that I got from New Zealand is actually this gorgeous Louis Vuitton strap in the reverse monogram. I love this color. I know like some people don't like it. It's kind of like a pooey green, but I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love it. And what sold me on this strap was the fact that, you know, I could hook it up to this bag and it gives me a little bit of that reverse monogram vibe that I wanted. But also in particular, I loved how it looked with my Cans bag right here. They had this in store, so I was able to try it on, and this combined is just so stunning. It just completely makes the bag. This bag is mainly what I'll be using this strap with, because I actually tried it on with this and it's just a little bit too long, even like on the shortest setting. For me, I don't really like my shoulder bags to be long. So if you were a lot taller, because I'm very short, if you were even like normal height, this looks so cute, and I would recommend these two together. But just for me, it's a bit long. So those were my purchases from Queenstown. After Queenstown, I had my best friend's wedding in Cairns. It was absolutely gorgeous. She did such an amazing job. Like, we had it at Port Douglas and the reception was stunning. It was just such a gorgeous wedding in Cairns, the beautiful city of Cairns. They actually do have a Louis Vuitton there, so I made sure to hit it up because I've heard good things about Cairns sales associates, and honestly, I cannot agree more. The sales associate that I met there, she was fantastic. When I went there, unfortunately a few of the items that I was hoping to check out were not available. So she just took a list of everything that I wanted and let me know that she'll get in contact with me if they ever become available, and she will sort of ship it to my house. And there was actually an item that she sourced for me that I was so impressed with, because every time I went to the Brisbane store, they literally laughed at my face. Let me show you the item. So the item here, I've wanted for a while. You can get this pre-loved and for a reasonable price, but I knew I wanted to get it brand new because I really wanted it in really good condition. You can probably already tell what it is based on the dust bag, but it is the infamous Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch 26 in just the monogram. I have wanted this for a while. I've actually been trying to get this for the past year. I have been hunting the pre-loved market for it, but I knew I sort of wanted to get it brand new. This does retail for about 550 Australian dollars, so the price point on this is so good. I mainly got this to use as a clutch. I think that this is just the cutest little thing to use as a clutch. It's plain, it's simple. I love like the very square sort of design of it, and yeah, I've used it already a handful of times as a clutch and I absolutely love it. So if you found this for me, easy. She literally 2 weeks after I asked for it, she got it for me and sent it to me, and I was just like, what the hell, girl, you are so amazing. So I'll put her details in the info bar below. Hopefully she doesn't mind. But yeah, this is the pouch and I absolutely love it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. And I think it's such a good deal. I do recommend it. So that's the only thing that I got from the Cairns store so far. The next two items that I purchased with the intention of getting tax back on. So I knew that for my 30th birthday we had planned to go to Bali, and if you guys didn't know, in Australia there is something called the tourist refund scheme, which means if you spend more than $300 on any one item, you can get the tax back on that when you take it with you overseas. So a lot of these items I bought because I knew that I could save a bit more just by, you know, getting it at this particular time. And I think the time frame is as long as you purchase the item within 60 days before travel, you can get the tax back. So the first thing I really wanted to get is actually in this box right here, and the reason this is the first one is because this takes a bit of time. This is the very first sort of piece in this line. Comes in this box right here, obviously, to reveal my very first ever mono piece, and it is the Louis Vuitton passport holder. So this has my initials JVM. I think you can only pick one size, but I have it without the dots. I have it in Bordeaux and Ivoire, and I have it in the 3 stripes detail there. For the interior, I did actually choose Bordeaux, but you can pick any color, so you can even go like yellow in the middle if you want, which is really nice to be able to pick a color like that isn't just the 2 colors that you've picked here. So inside it's got 2 return pockets there, and then it's got 4 credit card compartments there as well, so that's quite helpful when you're traveling. Now this is the newer design where you have 2 returns. The previous one, this one was stitched down, so it was actually like a slip, like a pocket, and I feel like that's kind of a better design because you can actually put like cash and cards and, you know, things like that in here without it falling out if it was upside down. So I would have preferred that design, but you can't actually pick that anymore, and I really wanted to get a mono piece. So you can get pre-loved, but you won't be able to put your initials on there. So I think if you're going to get a mono piece, I would start off with an SLG. I was thinking about a Neverfull, but I didn't quite commit, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because yeah, now like I feel like I would have too many Neverfulls. I still want like a mono item in a bag eventually, but I just want to give it a bit more time to think. There is already a little chip. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it or if it's actually, you know, something to be concerned about, but I might give it a bit more time, and obviously if there's any more chipping, I will certainly bring it back in store to let them know. So that is my first mono piece. So I first saw this online and I basically loved it as soon as I saw it, and I knew I had just bought something very similar, but this kind of felt different enough for me. I knew the functionality is completely different, and I knew this would be way more versatile. So I like I hadn't seen it in store. Luckily, if you buy an item online, you can actually return it, which is convenient. So I thought there was no harm in purchasing it online and seeing what it looks like. So let me show you what I got, and then I'll explain why I got it. Comes in this dust bag again to reveal my second Louis Vuitton strap, and this is actually the Louis Vuitton adjustable strap, I think it's called. The reason being is this strap is fully adjustable, so this is what it is in its longest length, and the way it adjusts is actually through these little buttons here. So this is the longest length, which makes it great for like keep-alls, and then you can shorten it. This is it at its middle length, so this is actually a really perfect size for me for this bag. So this is actually the strap I use for my Palm Springs Mini, because it is like the perfect strap on me, on my frame, and it matches perfectly. But one of the selling features, absolute selling features for me of this strap is actually when it is completely shortened to its shortest length, because then it becomes this cute shoulder length style, and I thought that this would look super duper cute with like a little shoulder bag like the pochette métis, or if you've got like a pochette accessoire. I thought that this would be the cutest little strap to go with it, and you can sort of wear it as a short shoulder bag, which is super duper in at the moment. So I have been using my pochette métis like this, and I absolutely loved it. I think it is so cute, and the monogram matches perfectly. So I love this strap. It's so worth the money in my opinion. If I was to pick one strap, I would definitely just pick this one. And you can see the difference between the two. This is actually much thinner, so I felt like I could justify having both. I love like the reverse monogram on this. I just honestly wish I could shorten it even more, because then it would be so much more functional for me. But hey ho, I still love them both. And yeah, in my opinion, they are sort of different enough in terms of functionality and style and look. Really happy with that. Like, I'm just stoked with that purchase. It's like one of my favorite SLGs at the moment. And then finally, but not the least, the handbag that had me like running around like a headless chook is in this bag right here. You may, I don't know if you would have seen this in my Instagram at all. Maybe like I slipped it in a picture somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. But this bag took me forever to find. The longest time I knew I liked this bag, but I really was not ready to pay the price point on this. This bag is so trendy, and I just felt like, you know, for that price I could get something else that's a lot more timeless. And certainly at the time when it first came out, there were other bags, other brands that were similar style but at a better price point, so I just really could not justify it. However, over the past few months I just kept seeing it on Instagram, and I kept seeing it on some of my favorite bloggers, and I absolutely loved how it looked on them, and it was just completely up my alley. And you know, since I was going to Bali, I just thought if I can get a bit of tax back on it, it makes it a bit more affordable in my eyes. So I felt like if I was to get it, now was the time. So I did try to get my hands on this one. It took me a very long time. I was like at a time crunch because I knew I had to get it before I traveled. I called the Brisbane store, I told Sophie, I called the online store as well and put myself on their wait list. I also sent a message on Instagram asking for your help for sales associates in like the Gold Coast, all to no avail. None of them had it in stock, but they sort of got my detail and told me that they would let me know as soon as one came in. The first store to call me was actually the Brisbane store. They told me that they had it available, and I was like, I'm just at work at the moment, you know, can you hold it for me tomorrow and I will be there? They said yep, no problem, because I even offered to sort of pay for it like then and there, and then I would get it tomorrow, and they said they couldn't do that. So you know, we had an understanding of I would come back the following day to get it, but a few hours later they were like, I'm so sorry, one of our sales associates accidentally sold it to her client, so it's gone. And I was just like, oh my god, it is like the worst feeling when you're like, you think you've got something only to be told like a few hours later that you actually don't. It's just like
I would rather have you told me that, like, you know, you can't hold it for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, yeah, I was so disappointed. Anyway, so I was just like, oh, okay, well, what can you do? A few days later, Sophie actually contacted me to letting me know that this had become available in cans, and she had a few hours to hold it for me. Now, the difficulty with that is, I haven't actually physically tried this item in real life. I haven't had a chance to look at it, try it on me, so I was like a bit hesitant to purchase through Sophie because you cannot return it. Unlike an online order where you can return it if you don't like it, you cannot return this bag if you find that it doesn't work for you, or if there's a flaw. You can only exchange for a credit refund, and at the time there was really no other bag from Louis Vuitton that I wanted, so I just didn't want to have to deal with that in case that, you know, I had any issues with this bag. So I gave it a bit of thought, and I was just like umming and ahhing about it for a few hours. In the afternoon I did decide, you know what, if there are any issues, I don't like it, I could always sell it, I guess. I contacted her back and she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like, I literally sold the bag 30 minutes ago. Can you believe that? I was just like, no, my god, are you serious? So it was like a week before travel, and I was just like succumbing to the fact that I'm never gonna get this bag. I was just like, I'm just gonna have to get it when I get back. I figured, like, if they ever ring me for the third time, I am just like gonna run out of my clinic and get it and just be like, I'll be right back, I'm so sorry. But anyways, luckily the Brisbane store came through. They contacted me, they said this bag was available, and I was just like, okay, I'm there. No, they actually promised to hold it for me this time, because they said, because of what happened last time, we'll make sure no one sells this to anybody else. So the bag in question is in this box right here. Let me share with you guys the infamous Louis Vuitton bum bag in the monogram with the vachetta letter. This bag is a bitch to find. Like, it actually is a like, it is a headache to get your hands on this bag. I was not 100% sure whether, like, this, like, stitching detail was okay or not, and, you know, the vachetta here is sort of like that wrinkly type rather than the stiff vachetta, and I was like umming and ahhing while I was in store, but then I figured, you know what, just get it, and then if there's any issues you can always bring it back, because, you know, at least you purchased it in store. It's not like a pre-loved piece. So this is my latest addition to my Louis Vuitton collection. It is the monogram. I got it for $2,090. Unfortunately, when I finally got my hands on it, it did go up a price increase, which was $90, which basically made the tax refund like almost nothing. But, you know, it is what it is. It was at least something. But yeah, I have used this bag so much since I've got it. Like, it's definitely my most used bag out of everything I've bought here. I think it's my most used item out of everything I've bought here. I took it with me to Bali, and then I used it when I went to Melbourne. I've just loved using it. It is so functional. It's so spacious. I cannot believe how much this holds, and it just looks so cool when you're wearing it. So this bag has been a favorite, and now that it's coming up to summer, I know that I will get so much wear out of it. I absolutely love this bag when the vachetta has turned, you know, brown, or patinaed and honeyed a lot, because it just looks awesome. So this is the Louis Vuitton bum bag. I absolutely love it. But yeah, you guys should let me know if this is an issue. Is that something I need to contact them about, or is that just how it normally looks like, because it is like a rounded, like, design? I don't know if it's really a concern I need to be worried about, or like, yeah, just, you know, just leave it. But yeah, so far so good. I know some of the pressure points that I'll be monitoring for are in these corners right here. So these corners, because of how it's stitched, you can get a little tear in the canvas, so that I'll be keeping an eye out for. It is a very squishy canvas, which I think is a good thing, because it makes it a lot more malleable. I think if it's very stiff, then these corners would certainly tear a lot easier. So that is yeah, so that is my new bag. I absolutely love it. I'm so stoked to have this in my collection. Even though bum bags are super trendy at the moment, it's still like a classic silhouette in my opinion, because bum bags have been here since the 80s. They might come and go in like how fashionable they are, but yeah, I think that when I'm 50, I'm not gonna care whether it's that fashionable or not. I'm just gonna rock it anyway. So happy with this bag, super stoked to have it, and it's been like one of my absolute favorite bags at the moment. So that is it, you guys. We got through it, thank God. And you know what, I'm just really hoping that this is the last time I have to film this collective haul, because I am done. I am literally done with, you know, unpacking the boxes, packing the boxes again, like talking about the same story over and over again. Like I am, like if this doesn't work out, I'm just gonna upload it. I don't even care. So yeah, you guys, that is it. That is my collective haul. To everybody that has been supporting me, who has been continuously following me, being patient with me, I honestly cannot even thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. I promise to be more regular. I promise I have some exciting videos to share with you guys. So do subscribe if you haven't already, and please hit the notification bell. Like, I'm not that organized in life that I can upload regularly at a certain time. So if you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, which I promise you are going to be exciting, you need to hit the notification bell so you get notified. If you want to see any of these items styled, do check out my Instagram. That is where I'll post outfit videos and also what's in my bags and, you know, just general eye candy on my Instagram. So do check it out. If you want me to do a review or a first impression or what's in my bag on any of the items, do let me know. But that is it from me. I am going to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, and as always, hope you have a wonderful week or weekend, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Oh my god, I'm so done. Whew.